Kia ora koutou, everyone. Hi, my name's Matt Vaughan. A lot of you would recognize me from the seminar that we did a few months ago now. And thanks to your team to get me on board. And right now it is Mental Health Awareness Week. And this is a very big week in general, but also for yourselves at Ngāi Tahu Farming. I understand that you guys are going through a stressful time yourselves because, you know, it's that time of the year through the calving side of things and everything that you are physically in one of your biggest demands. Now, one thing I wanted to touch on was what we did touch on back at the seminar that we did around stress, around the effects it actually has. And I just want to touch on a couple of those things so it sort of brings it up to front of mind again, which is super important because when it comes to mental health, it's first and foremost, it is about self-awareness, which is the key. Understanding when is something happening and what you can do around it. Now, the three things that we spoke about in that seminar specifically were based around what happens around your mind. So it could be things like anxiety. You might have a little touch of anxiety, and a lot of people might say, I don't get anxiety, or what is anxiety? Now, the best way to explain it, and probably the most relatable way, is, you know, those times when you lose your car keys or you lose your wallet or your phone. Normally what happens is there's a little touch of anxiety kicks in. Now, for some people, that doesn't go away. And it happens for lots of other occasions throughout your weeks, days, or months throughout the year, which creates stress effects. Again, that's on your mind, and what that happens from there is it can lead on to further implications as well. The second thing that I want to speak about was what happens around your body. Now, one of the things which is huge, especially for yourselves right now when you've been really physical and so forth, out and about, you're getting lack of sleep, might be around fatigue. Those signs of fatigue that you're feeling super tired, you're lacking in energy, and that is a real big function of what fatigue does to you. For those who have ever done sport and things like that, overtraining is going to bring you fatigue. You know, for those who are heavy in work, huge hours, you're going to feel very restless, unmotivated, things like that there. So that's number two. Thinking about what really happens after there's a little bit of this going on, and then in terms of your body, a little bit of fatigue as well. The last thing is around your behaviors. Now, this is a real easy one to talk about because this is where lack of motivation to do a little bit of movement. It might be within your job, it might be within your other things that you do for your family, or it might be exercise all of a sudden comes down. Now, in terms of your behaviors around that, once your fatigue kicks in, you get a little bit of anxiety, fatigue kicks in, and then, you know, you decide that you're too tired to want to move. Quite often, more often than not, what we start to do is we start looking for other things that are going to pick us up. And that's when we start to go off and get those little sneaky little snacks and so forth. And then physically that might to bring us down a little bit. At the time, it feels really good to have those snacks and, you know, start eating away at those little crisps or chips and, you know, cookies and all those sorts of things. But sometimes it's actually just to bring our mind up, to give us that real nice dopamine hit that says to us, oh, this is a good thing right now. Where really it's not, especially if you're trying to sort of look after yourself, it might start to get a bit too much of a pattern in your day, which means, you know, in a couple of months' time, you might be feeling a bit bad about yourself because where you're at right now physically. Again, it's all based around mental health and well-being. And again, it's about really having that self-awareness around yourself when these three things start to kick in. Remember, it's your mind, it is your body, and it's also your behaviors. So start to pick up on these small indications that these things might be happening to you. And if you can, touch base with your manager, touch base with me when it comes to your own health and well-being. And when I'm in there next and we're going to be talking around nutrition. It's still going to be centered around mental health and awareness around your decision making and things like that there. Ngā Tahu Farming, thank you so much. This is to bring a little bit more self-awareness around Mental Health Week, and I hope this helps. I'll see you guys in the near future. Bye-bye.